Good morning lovelies, Sandra here and welcome back to my channel. I can only hope that this is recording in the right format. My last two videos, even though I am recording in landscape, have adjusted themselves to portrait, and I have no idea because I am not that computer or technically minded, so I apologise if you've just started watching and it is in that kind of mode. I'm doing my best. Okay, this is the Hello Fresh edition and this is my review of week 1 of the meal plan that I chose. Just to let you know, I have not been paid, sponsored, endorsed, anything like that by HelloFresh or anybody who's even related to them. And I did purchase it with my own money, but to let you know that the first week's meals, I think the first 4 or 5 meals are free when you go to the HelloFresh website. So I haven't actually physically made a payment on them yet, but that will be that will probably be in the 3rd box because I think I still got 1 free meal in the 2nd box. And like I say, that wasn't given to me for free. That is open to everybody on the HelloFresh website. Now I've stopped waffling. Let's get on to week 1. I did post 2 videos previously. One was receiving my first box and the second one was cooking a meal. Now the rest of the meals that I had, because I got 4 that week, I did go over my plan. I did choose another item, which you can do. I didn't want to record them all because, you know, it just, the timing wasn't right, or it just, I couldn't do that. And I don't think you want to see every single meal cooked. You just want to know realistically, did it arrive in time? What's the quality like? And what's the food like? I mean, that's what I would want to know. So let's talk first of all about the delivery. The delivery for my first box turned up 1 day earlier than I expected. It was scheduled for the Friday. I got it on the Thursday. That was fabulous. I have no problem with that. It was all very well packed. If you've watched my other video, if you haven't, go and watch it. Everything was amazing. Okay, it was packed really, really well. The second thing about the packaging, I think the packaging is amazing as well, and it is all recyclable, and I could definitely see this kind of thing if you live in a tiny home, or you're downgrading, or maybe, and I don't know how you would get the meals, but maybe you're a van lifer or something like that. Some, you know, you do the traveling, you have that. If there's any way you can get the HelloFresh meals, I think that's great for you, because the waste that I had with my first box was negligible, because every single thing could be recycled, and all I had to do whenever I'd used a packet that they'd sent was I just rinsed it out, let it air dry, and that went in the recycling. And that is amazing, because you know, if you buy from the shops these days, you know, sometimes you have to buy packets or tins, or, you know, things like that. And I found that with the vegetables, obviously there's no waste, and I just think it's, yeah, I had no waste from any of that, because I was able to recycle absolutely everything that I used. The next thing was the quality of the food. The quality of the food was excellent. There wasn't one thing in all of those 4 boxes that was even slightly dodgy, and you'll know what I mean when I say dodgy. All of the food was fresh. I mean, the vegetables were fresh. I have since getting that box, obviously I only had enough for 4 days. I still got another 3 days I had to make meals for, and lunches. And you know, even though I have a choice of 3 grocery stores, 2 small ones, and Walmart, none of the produce is as fresh as what I got in HelloFresh. Don't know how that is, but I'm just saying, that is what it is. They were well packed. Cannot fault anything. Cat's just walked in. She wants to be part of the HelloFresh. Come here, darling. Come and say hello. If y'all want to say hello to her. She's annoyed because her brother is out but it has been snowing and we are in minus temperatures, and it was his choice just to let you know. And the door is open, he can walk back in at any point. But she's annoyed because he's out and she cannot monitor his actions, what he's doing, and that just bothers her. Anyhow, portions. Let's talk about the portions. When I first got them out, I thought, oh, they're small bits of meat. I'm not gonna lie. I thought, oh, because normally when I buy, say, a pork loin, I buy the big one. Okay, now I cook it and then it lasts us for a couple of days. It's just when I got the meat, they were in small things, and I thought, heck, that's not gonna last. Well, that is just my greediness, because to be honest, as I unpacked each one and I cooked each meal, there was absolutely plenty for the pair of us. And I would definitely say, if you are somebody who lives alone, then I think that would be great as well, because you could still get the meal for two. They don't do meals for one. Get the meal for two, cook it, and then pop half of it in the fridge for the next day, or just eat it all that day. It's up to you, whatever you do. And I think if there is 3 of people in your home, you could make it stretch if you got one extra side to go with it, of your own, maybe some bread or something. I think at a stretch you could do that, and it just depends on how much you like to eat. But I thought the portion controls were perfect. So that's the portion controls. The next thing I want to talk about is the cards that you get. What a great size. I'd never even thought of having recipe cards this big. But look, I mean, I need reading glasses, as most of us do at a certain age. I thought the sizing is great, because you get the card showing you what it should look like, and I've already showed you this on video 1. It tells you everything you get in there, and then on the back it shows you, it actually gives you pictures, and it tells you how to cook each thing, and it also tells you what you need to bust out of the kitchen. And I just think that's a really good marketing thing from HelloFresh, because I don't know, I'm keeping all of mine. I think this is a great size. I pop it on the side when I'm doing the prep for the meals, and I just think, yeah, that's good. It's better than one of the small index cards that we're, you know, sort of grow up with. I think the size of the card, and if you decide afterwards, it can be recycled. It's you know, it's just paper, pop it in your recycling. But I'm going to be keeping my recipes, and then I can, because like I say, I still have 3 days, 4 days of meals that I have to find. What I can do then is I know what I need if I want to recreate a meal, okay? And I think that's good. And I have actually busted out 2 of these recipe cards, got on board sort of the ingredients, and sort of recreated the meals my own. Let's just talk about the 4 meals that I did get. I got the creamy tomato soup with pork sausage, and then you also got the little bun. Mine turned out exactly like that, and it's probably one of the best soups I think I've ever eaten. And I have actually created a similar, not exactly the same, but a similar soup since then using this recipe. And it was simple. I did not put sausage in mine because I don't particularly like meat all that much, but yeah, I put the sausage meat in my husband's, and I just had mine plain without, and I thought it was a really, really good meal. The next night I did the figgy balsamic pork with roast carrots and thyme potatoes, and mine actually looked like that. I'm not joking. I have never ever tried any other different kind of sauce over my meat, because we always like brown gravy. We always use OXO cubes, make our own gravy. But even though this was a fig jam and balsamic vinegar, the flavour was amazing. I am going to make that sauce again. Even my husband was like, that is so nice. And one thing I did learn from this particular meal was that roasted carrots, OMG. I think I went out and bought a whole pack of carrots after this one, and with every meal that I'm not doing that's this, I'm doing a big thing of roasted pan carrots, because amazing. You know, I'm old-fashioned. I'm just used to boiling them up on the pan and just having them that way, which is great. But roasted with avocado oil and your little things on the top, amazing. The next thing was a Sunday. That was the Friday, that was the Saturday. Now the Sunday I did not want to cook. I don't particularly want to cook every day, but you know, you gotta eat. So at the night time, I said to my husband, should we order in Chinese? And he said, well, we've got HelloFresh. And I thought, oh God, I'm gonna have to cook. And I'd ordered the 1-pan mushroom gnocchi. And yes, I said to him, let's have that. It's a little meal. It won't take me long to cook. And it didn't. It didn't take me a long time to cook, and I will definitely cook that meal again. It was pretty amazing, to be honest. There's nothing in there I wouldn't eat again, and it was very fast. And it was actually quite filling. I'm really surprised. That was a favourite of mine, and I will do that one again. The next one I did on the Monday night was the crispy cheddar chicken with roasted broccoli and loaded bacon mashed potatoes. That, yeah, I mean, look at it. Mine turned out like this. Mine turned out like this. And another thing I learned from these menus was that I do my own mashed potatoes with potatoes. I don't buy packet. Anyway, and with this one, you got the little red potatoes, sort of the little ones like this to do it with, and you have to dice them up small and then obviously boil them up. I always use the big russet potatoes to do my mash. I'm always going to do them with the little potatoes now because that was amazing. The flavour, everything. And yeah, let me show you the tool that I used to mash mine. If you ever need a new gadget for your kitchen, I'm not joking. I bought this 2 years ago. I haven't used it. I know I've used it 5 times in 1 week. And it is a ricer. I got it from Amazon. I will put the link. And it does look like a big thing. Inside, well, it's kind of clean. Inside, you slip this disc in. Okay, I'm sorry about, couldn't get those little bits. And then what you do is, it has the little things on here that go over the side of the bowl. I just use a small Pyrex bowl. I pop it on the side. It all sits within the bowl. You open it up, and then what I did with the potatoes, because they were small, they still had the skin on. If you want to still eat them with the skin on, that's great. It didn't bother me, but what I did was I just got sort of a spoonful of them, and I think I had to do it 4 times. I put a spoonful of the potatoes from the boiling water. Well, obviously I drain them. I pop them in there, and then this thing moves, so you just make sure it goes over and into the hole. It press down on the potatoes, and then you just press down here, and they come out here all riced, all minced up and riced. It's, you know, if you have a gadget that you already love, great. But and if you have one of the bodges, you know what I'm talking about, great. And if that works, great. But this, for me, I mean, you could use this to rice cauliflower if you keto. It just, honestly, and what happened after each one was when I opened it up, all the skin was in there. So it had just taken out the potato and it left the little skins in. Like I say, if we liked, you know, if I wanted to, I could have just got them skins out and popped them in with the meal, but I didn't. I just popped them down the you know, the waste disposal. I wasn't particularly that bothered. I like my potatoes to be smoother, but you can still, you could have eaten the skins. And then I just popped the next one in and did it. It took me about, I don't know, 30-40 seconds to do each one, if that. And then I had my little bowl with my riced potato in. I added a little, you know, what ingredients it told me, and then I washed this. And yes, it's definitely going to be something that I'm going to be using a lot, and I have made those potatoes since then. I've made them 3 times. The last meal that I got was the steakhouse pork chops with roast potatoes and lemony green beans. Again, everything perfect. So the pros of a HelloFresh are everything that I've just said. The cons, there is a con to HelloFresh though. I have to cook the darn things. Now, what I would like them to do is pop a little person in the box who can come and cook the meals for me, because like I say, that is just being naughty, isn't it? But we've come to the end of the video, and yes, that was week 1 of my 4 meals from HelloFresh. I loved them all. Week 2 arrived yesterday, and I will be doing a video showing you the meals I got with those and what I thought with those. You don't get the same meals every week, I've noticed. I suppose this should have been a con. I don't know. I can be a pro and a con. You know, I was after trying to do something different every day. So I suppose from that point of view, they're forcing me to. But it's like my husband said, I loved all those meals last week. I would have just loved all them again. So each week you can go in and the menu changes completely. Yeah, they don't have any of these items. So which is why I'm keeping the cards, and I can recreate these items myself if I want. But it is forcing me to try different meals. And I like that, even though it's annoying and I gotta find new recipes. But yeah, that's just my laziness. Overall, I'm really happy that I went for the HelloFresh. Absolutely happy that I went for it. 4 days, I didn't have to think. Sometimes I don't want to think. So that is my little HelloFresh review. I know it went on for far too long. In the meantime, if you liked my video, a thumbs up would be great. Any comments I would really appreciate. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, there's a little subscribe button down there somewhere. So thank you. Bye.